beautiful soul. Thank you for being here. This time you are doing things differently. You are deciding to follow your own blueprint. And this means that sometimes you will give yourself permission to take pauses to breathe, pauses to reconnect with what is really important to you so that you align with your own blueprint. So that the things that you decide to do are the things that really inspire you. So with this card, you can see how she's tuned in, and you can see all the beautiful colors representing your creativity. I highly recommend that you journal every day. From the book The Artist's Way, I got this idea, the morning pages, where you can just flow and write everything, because this is like you are sending to the universe what you are trying to create. And then you have the artist state. Maybe it's a work in nature, maybe it's visiting a playground or a museum, but it's a place where you allow yourself to receive from the universe, from God, what the next inspiration is, what your next step is going to be. Because when you do so, you will find out that you have things that are happening in your life, and that when you look back, you now see how they all connect. So know that you are always supported, that there are cosmic beings on your side, those imaginary beings like unicorns. They are always supporting you. Or according to your belief system, you can just think about God and the angels, or the spirit guides, like some like to say, or just your ancestors, right? Maybe a family member that is no longer in this world with us. They are all on your side. So never feel like you are alone, because after all, we are all connected. We are all interconnected. The universe is one big living being. So we are all part of it. And then on your journey, the new way how you decide to do the things your own way, you know that you will never give up, right? Because even when things are difficult, you understand that it's just part of the journey. It's just that divine part before things start to unfold again. Because you understand that life brings us a succession of supporting events and challenging events. The challenging events especially are so great because they help us to grow. They help us to expand into our true nature, to remember who we actually are, that we are divinity, that we are part of God. Understanding that you are part of God, you understand your self-worth so well, because the person we are talking to, at least some of you listening to this, feel like you are not worthy. Even if you have confidence on the outside, there are moments where you in the past used to doubt your abilities, your skills, and deep within that belief that it is going to work. So this time you are changing all of that. You are leaving the heartbreak, the past heartbreak, the things that haven't worked in your life before. Like maybe you had a YouTube channel and it didn't have the reach that you wanted. You feel like you are unseen, although you are working so hard. Go within and ask yourself, do I feel really worthy of this? And the past experiences don't define who you are today. You are finally understanding this and deciding to let go of those past hurt, of those self-doubt, of those lack of self-worth, of the scarcity mindset, of feeling like you are heartbroken, but instead of just healing it and letting it go, you are going over it over and over again. You see, what you give your energy to, that is what is going to grow. But if you give your energy to your new dreams, to your new plans, then you go to your harvest time. You see, this woman is like, before being the Empress, it's the Nine of Pentacles, and she's harvesting. She's starting to understand that the seed that she has planted are finally ready to harvest. And the Empress is that infinite abundance, right? In all areas of life, in love, in her beauty, in her sensuality, in her self-mastery, in wealth like money, abundance, right? But also in health, perfect health. Understanding that everything that you have done in the past, they are not just not working like you thought, but they are actually compounding. And with time, with the divine timing and with your care, they will actually give you fruits, an abundant harvest. So go to take your harvest, because the things that you want, you finally understand they want you back. The things that you want you even more. So for any dream that you have, for some of you, it's going to be starting a new business. For some of you, it's going to be starting a family. Some of you, is finding the love of your life, right? For all of those things, the more you want them, know that they are also wanting you. So go forward to meet them halfway, right? What you want you back. Say yes internally to receive all of the things that you want. On my other channel, Ines Nange, and on my webpage, femininerebirth.com, you will find that I've created activations to receive love and wealth. The love receiving activation and the wealth receiving activation. Because sometimes what is missing is our ability to give ourselves permission to finally receive what we already know we deserve. And if you feel like you are not deserving of it, the way you will cultivate your self-worth is by making room to receive new things. It's also by giving your word to yourself that you are going to do some things and actually go ahead to do those things, right? For example, making your bed when you wake up, or just folding your covers when you wake up. Something small, but something that you know you are going to do. Or if it's exercising, don't start like, I'm going to do 20 minutes and then you are so overwhelmed by it, right? Instead, start small and then let that evolve. Like you can say, I will do 5 minutes, and then the next day you do 7 minutes. You feel like there is an increase, although it's just 2 minutes increase, right? So create space for the things that you really want, even if it's going to start with baby steps. This is how you are choosing to do things this time, in your own way, in your own terms. And the more you do those things, the more your self-worth is going to grow. You see, there is something called the goddess frequency or the God frequency. What is it about? It is about giving yourself permission to be the most important thing in your life, to give energy to yourself like you were the most precious things, like you were devoted to yourself. And instead of feeling like life is boring, like, oh yeah, it is okay, but it's not so exciting, why not start creating activities in your life that you really enjoy? Ask yourself what we feel really good to do today, what we feel really good to wear today, what we feel really good to eat today. But we are not talking about immediate gratification, like going for things that are going to be not beneficial for your health, and then you sabotage the work that you have been doing, right? Deciding this time that you do things your way, it is about choosing the things that align with that higher version of yourself, right? You have a lot of things, but you are not seeing them. So start expressing your gratitude for the things that you already have in your life. This is the accelerator that is going to bring to you everything that you desire even faster. Gratitude is the way to communicate with the universe. Doing things your way this time in your life means that you only rely on the universe. You don't rely on external validation. You don't rely on asking other people, should I do this or should I do that? But you rely on that inner guidance. You express your gratitude for everything that is already in your life. You see, even the difficult things like we talk about, that heartbreak from the past. It can be in relationship, it can be projects that haven't worked in the past. They are like clogging our energy, making our aura feel so heavy. But when you take back your power, it means that you start doing the smallest action that rebuild a new aura for yourself. And you can also decide to clear the past aura. Imagine that you have a rose cleaning every energy center in your body. Like you start at the root, which is the place for our health, for our survival, for our wealth, for our stability, our vitality. And you start there cleaning, letting go of all the energies that are no longer serving you. That dark energy, let's say, is leaving your body. You can see it leave as smoke or some substance that is dark. And then you receive some more clean energies, right? For example, from the cosmos, from those beings that are supporting you, from God, from the universe, from the unicorns, from the stars, right? They are intensifying your vibration. They are making you even stronger. They are making you more radiant, more courageous. They are deleting all the inhibitions that you had. Like I can see here the people on their bike, and at some point I couldn't do this because I would be like, oh, what will people think about me? They will think that I'm weird. But you are letting go of all those inhibitions in your behavior. What will people think is no longer a matter. You are feeling safe enough within you to just be who you are, to just do what you want to do from the bottom of your heart, to just have the things that you want to have also from the bottom of your heart. So you give yourself permission to just have that self-expression to the fullest, and you know that you are supported, you know that you are guided. All right, let's take a last card to close this, and our card is Krone Richten. Now that you are doing things your own way, it doesn't mean that things are not going to be difficult, as sometimes it doesn't mean that you may not fail anymore, but it means that every time that you fall down, you have that courage to stand up again. You decide that that failing is not an option, right? You see that all the challenges, they are not failures, they are just helping you to go on your next level. And you see we have a masculine figure here saying Krone richten, like put your crown back on, right? And it means that you are learning, you have decided to learn how to harmonize your masculine and your feminine energy. You see, it's so important to take time to rest. Like we said at the beginning, right? Take a pause, breathe deeply, because that is our feminine energy. It's going to help us to amplify our intuition, to listen to the call of the universe and to answer it, because we are rested, we are high vibrational, going in nature like I am right now is helping me to ground as well. So probably in your life you have started going more on walks in nature, especially with the nice weather, right? And your masculine side is creating structures that are going to help you to call those dreams into life. Now that you are deciding to do things your way, you are choosing your own timeline. You are choosing your own schedule, how you will do things. Not thinking too much about what will people say, right? You are deciding to merge both masculine and feminine energy, and this is bringing so beautiful harmony in your life, so much balance, where you actually finally have that life that allows you to feel strong within, to feel like nothing can be difficult for you anymore, and to feel like you deserve to rest when you want to, right? And you don't have to overgive, but you are keeping fair exchange. Giving and receiving is a beautiful way to live this life. You understand that you are creating a new vibration, not only for yourself, but for everybody else, for the collective, for the people in your family, in your lineage. You are creating a new point of reference on how to do things, like connecting first with that inner being within you, the divinity within you, and from that place you express yourself. You are doing things in a way that respect your own divinity, right? By listening to your intuition. And you are empowering yourself in all areas of your life on your own terms. This is the new way how you decide to do things on your own terms. Okay, beautiful soul, I will leave you with this, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. If you want to know more about my work, then you can visit my website, femininerebirth.com. And if our energies are in resonance, then maybe my other channel, Ines Nange, is going to be so inspiring for you as well. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. I love you so much. Stay inspired. Mwah. Bye.